Alrighty, part 3. Okay, last time I left off, I was dealing with these intake boots, intake manifolds. I haven't got all the gasket sealing off, but I'll get these O-rings replaced, and that one's stiff. Yeah, gonna have to be replaced, but try to salvage these if you can. Always check for weather cracks, and check this little vacuum nipple right here. Make sure it's not moving. If it does move, you can either throw it away, or you're going to get another one, or you're going to have to put a cement around here, like maybe JB Weld or something. Try to salvage these if you can. Yamaha don't make these anymore, and they're pretty rare. So luckily I got lucky, and these are in good shape. There's no weather cracks, which is surprising. If there is weather cracks, I use super glue to seal the cracks in, and I've seen other people use plastic dip spray and coat it. Just try to salvage them. Okay. Now we're going to take off the valve cover, and in order to do that, we're going to have to remove the horns and the coil bracket under here to create some space. And also we're going to move this. There's a bolt right here for the water thermostat housing. All that's going to have to come up so we can get this valve cover up. There's not a lot of room under there, so let's get started. So we got 4 bolts holding the valve cover on this side, and you got 4 on the other side. And when these come off, just always inspect these little rubber seals. This one's in pretty good shape, actually. It's real pliable. I did see one that was cracked. Yeah, there's a little piece of rubber coming off right here. I think I can still reuse it, but these are still available. XJ700X has them, but I think the brand name is, you can also use Sudco is another brand that I think sells some of these. They're pretty standard. Okay. Alright, now we're going to take the horn off. You got 2 power leads up here. Now you can either label one for the front, one for the back, but these cables are 2 separate links, so the longer one obviously would be up the front. So we're just going to remove these electric housings, or the electric connectors. There'll be a bolt right here, so we're going to remove the bolt. And that removes the horn, and I always put this bolt back so I don't lose it. Okay, and this will be a bolt right here for the bracket. Okay, it already dropped. Okay, and at this point I'll go ahead, since I'm on this side, I always go and remove the spark plug cables. Get those out of the way. And then also for the thermostat housing bracket, I'll go ahead and remove this bolt right here. Okay, and it'll have a little electric lead on here. You can just set that out of the way. Alright, now I'm going to pause and go to the other side. Alright, now I'm on the other side. We're going to do the same thing. I'm going to remove my cables, spark plug wires, get those out of the way. Same thing here on this side. There's a bolt right here for the horn. Go ahead and pull the leads if you need. Either way. I'll take this bolt out. And always the same thing. I always put the bolts back so I won't lose them. And here's our second bolt right here for the bracket. As soon as I pull that down, it'll drop. Okay, it dropped. Same thing, I always put the bolt back so I don't lose it. Okay. Now, I don't know if you can see up here, but I'm going to get this cable out of the way. I've got 2 bolts right here holding this housing on. Those are going to come off. That helps remove the thermostat housing. Alright. Now, there's a screw right here. It'll be a Phillips head. We're going to remove this cover. Here again, I always put my bolts back. lose them. Last thing you want to do is lose a bolt. It's horrible. Okay. Right, and there's one more bolt. It'll be in the very front right here. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a bolt right here where the it holds the radiator on with the back end of that bracket. Pull that small bolt out. That one I'm not going to leave. I'll just leave it out. Okay. Now we're going to do our electrical leads. These are our coil leads, and there'll be a yellow and a white one. So you just remove the white ones, and then there's a yellow lead right here. That is your coil leads, and they are color coded, so you really can't mess that up. Okay. Now we got our thermostat housing out of the way. We're going to lift this up as high as we can. And we're going to slide this coil out. The back here. Now it is kind of hard because there's not a lot of space. So you just got to kind of work at it. Okay. You may have to move these hoses up too. Just try to work it out as best you can. Because there is not a lot of room. Okay. Just try to pry it out as best you can. Almost got it. Come on. Alright. Take your wires with it. Okay. Set it aside. And same thing here. Well, I already have this off. I always double check my cords. Make sure these lines are good. Make sure they're all, you know, connected. And it's at this point, if you need to replace your coils, you can, because everything's right here. Now, we have plenty of space. Everything's out of the way. Okay. To get this off, we're just going to either tap it or pull it off. But one thing I need you to look at right here is these little spots right here. Now, these are stress cracked. This one has 3 stress cracks. That has 2. That tells me this valve cover gasket's bad, so I'm going to have to replace it. So I already know before I even take it off. And these are hard to find, but they're not that bad. XJ Forever has them, and some other places. Partzilla's got them. You might want to go ahead and get with these on order before you pull this off, because you know you're going to have to. There's just too many stress cracks in here. It's not leaking now, but eventually it will. Okay? So you can either tap it with a rubber mallet or just lift it straight up. We're just going to lift it straight out. And there's your valves. And cams. Alright, that's into part 3. I'll get this set up for part 4. Okay.